And to make sense of the text, we're going to use the sentence phrase word routine. Okay, now we have used this routine before. And this routine helps us to really capture what's most important in a piece of writing. Now with the sentence, what you're looking for is a sentence from the text that you think captures a big idea in this part of the story. And then you're going to look for a phrase. And it has to be a phrase which isn't in your original sentence. Okay? It's got to be a separate phrase. And you're choosing it because it tells you a little bit more about what's going on. And you also think it's important. Yeah? And then for the word, it's just one single word, a very strong word, something that for you feels significant. Okay? Now the idea is that when you choose the sentence, the phrase and the word, just those small snippets from the whole text will be like a summary of the text. It's going to capture what's important in this part of the story. We've used the sentence, phrase, word routine in class before. So what I'm going to be looking for is to see if children are more confident about making their choices and explaining their choices and justifying their choices to the other people in the group. The other thing that I'm going to be listening for is the language they use to explain their thinking and whether or not they're using the vocabulary that we've been exploring during this unit, whether or not they're making that their own.
Like it explains like they have been like taken away and they're like really, really angry. Mm-hmm. So should I write that down?
Yeah.
You guys can choose what I'm writing.
I think I like the sentence. When we understand in the heart, each of us is less alone because they seem they could be thinking, oh no, now I'm here by myself. But if they understand each other, then they feel more secure maybe.
Well, I think this one that says they do not care what your real name is or who you really are, because it just shows how they didn't care that they had lives, they didn't care that they had a family.
The phrase that I chose, guys, was the slaves ran away and disappeared, because I think it really shows like how much they hated being slaves and like that they just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
And like that they really didn't enjoy it. What was yours?
Mine was the same as yours.
Why did you choose it?
I chose it because they treated them really badly in the camps, and they gave them hardly any food, and if you did one thing bad, they'd like punish you, even if it wasn't very severe or anything.
Yeah.
And
my phrase was many slaves escaped to free states in the north. I said this because it was important to know where they were going, and they probably chose the north because a lot of the countries in the north, like Canada, weren't under the rule of the United States, so they were free there.
Oh yeah,
I still want the word anger, because anger is just something that really all of the slaves had, and the white people had it on them too for whatever reason.
I think I'm going to choose alone because they were alone. Now they're alone because they've been taken from their families and put here. So they're probably missing their families and they're feeling really alone. And look at the faces, expressions.
Well, the word I chose was disappeared, and the reason that I chose it was because it really like showed how much the slaves wanted to get out of slavery and how much they really hated being a slave.
Yeah.
My word was mistreated because I thought it's important to know that they were mistreated a lot, and that, like in the picture, the white patroller is dragging this man on a horse by a rope, which shows, that it's a lot of mistreatment. So,
I chose escape because it connects with Igor's mistreated because they were so badly mistreated they wanted to escape and get out from the plantations.
SKIN.
Yeah. So think about our central idea. How does it connect to our central idea? Was there respect being shown? No.
But I also, I wonder if they like tried running away or fighting the people trying to take
They
them.
were probably like really sad, but maybe they couldn't because then they knew if they took them at the end, they would treat them really badly.
Yeah,
they?
like the white people who took them give no rights, you know?
Yeah. They had no rights. They
Yeah,
were.
the black people had no choice.
Yeah.
Like they didn't
The
have,
Africans had no
they
rights.
had to go on the slave boats because they forced them.
Yeah. But is there anything like that going on in the world today now?
It happens sometimes at school as well, even just small like somebody will treat other people badly, and if they don't not wearing like the clothes that somebody else wears, they can make fun of them for that from their religion or where they come from. They could
So-
like make fun, just small little things.
So in a way, this is like bullying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just on a bigger scale. But it's still maybe coming from some of the same